Welcome, dear viewers and ship fans. Come with me on the Elbe dike in Germany, between the North Sea and Hamburg. After a longer stay in Hamburg for a visit in the shipyard, the mega yacht Rising Sun came back from Hamburg. The ship is 139 meters long and 19 meters wide. She was built from 2001 to 2004 by the Friedrich Lörsen shipyard in Bremen in Germany. Today, Rising Sun is the second largest yacht in the world that is not owned by a head of state. Originally built for Larry Ellison, who at the time was the CEO of Oracle, for $590 million, the yacht today is owned by the American music and film producer David Geffen. She has 5 decks with an area of over 8,000 square meters. A cinema, wine cellar, whirlpool and a basketball court at the stern of the ship are a few of the amenities on board. The stern can also be used as a landing site for helicopters. A few of the guests aboard were Paul McCartney, the Obamas, Leonardo DiCaprio and Oprah Winfrey. The Rising Sun can reach a speed of over 28 knots and was on her way to Gibraltar. The container ship Von Hamburg was on the way to there. She was built in 2009, is 336 meters long and 46 meters wide. She came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. Svealand is a freighter that is 89 meters long and 13 meters wide. She was built in 2001. Her tour went from Hamburg to Świnoujście in Poland. The feeder Wegte Hoog was on the way to Antwerp. She measures 149 to 23 meters and was built in 2005. The tanker Atlantic Wind is 18 years old, 150 meters long and 22 meters wide. Her tour went from Hamburg to Amsterdam. On the way to Göteborg in Sweden was Maike D., a 25 years old feeder. She is 133 meters long and 19 meters wide. The destination of the freighter Verena was Videsande in Denmark. Her size is 89 to 13 meters and she was built in 2009. The general cargo vessel Jolin was underway from Hamburg to Drogheda in Ireland. Her length is 90 meters, her width 13 meters, and she was built in 2007. Underway to Kiel Canal was the CMA CGM Mermaid. The vessel was built in 2024, has a length of 204 meters and a beam of 30 meters. She was the first built ship of a series of 10. In mid-September 2024, the mega yacht Katara drove to Hamburg for repairs in the Blum & Voss shipyard. Now she returned from Hamburg for a test drive. The ship is 124 meters long, 20 meters wide and was built in 2010 by Lürssen Yachts in Bremen in Germany. Katara is owned by Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the former emir of Qatar. The yacht cost over $400 million, has a crew of 60 and can accommodate up to 28 guests. Her top speed is 20 knots. Almost nothing is known about her inside. The box mover Caucedo Express was built in 2009. Her length is 210 meters, her beam 30 meters. She came from Felixstowe in Great Britain. The freighter Amstel Confidence was sailing from Hamburg to Nemrut in Turkey. Built in 2011, she measures 183 to 30 meters. The tanker Stolz Handling was built in 2011. Her length is 91 meters, her beam 16 meters. She came from Bützlath near Hamburg and drove to Sarpsborg in Norway. The tanker Cape Water was built in 2009. She is 100 meters long and 16 meters wide. Her destination was Brunsbüttel. The name of this tanker is Barbaros Ulukwardal. Built in 2004, she measures 106 to 17 meters. She came from Antwerp. The CMA CGM Marlin is 19 years old, 294 meters long and has a beam of 32 meters. She came from Antwerp and drove to Hamburg. The feeder ship Empire was built in 2009. Her length is 170 meters, her beam 25 meters, and she was underway to Gdynia in Poland. Glovis Symphony is a vehicles carrier. She is 200 meters long, 35 meters wide and was built in 2014. Her destination port was Antwerp. The SFL Hawaii is a pineapple transporter. Oh, I see, it is a container ship. One that was built in 2014, is 271 meters long, 43 meters wide, and came from Antwerp. The freighter Hinweis is 27 years old. She is 129 meters long, 18 meters wide, and drove from Hamburg to Skogn in Norway. The former Hamburg Süd container ship Maersk Monte Alto came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. Built in 2005, she is 272 meters long and 40 meters wide. The 30-year-old freighter Sarah B came from Cuxhaven. She is 82 meters long and 12 meters wide. On her way to Fredericia in Denmark was the feeder ship Artlist. Built in 1996, she has a length of 110 meters and a beam of 16 meters. The general cargo vessel Rivermaas came from Antwerp. She was built in 2001, has a length of 120 meters and a beam of 20 meters. The oil tanker Forestria Swan is 103 meters long, 16 meters wide and was built in 2006. Her tour went from Hamburg to Amsterdam. From Kiel came the 11-year-old tanker Traviata. She has a length of 105 meters and a beam of 17 meters. Underway to Itaqui in Brazil was the bulk carrier Ioana. Built in 2017, she is 229 meters long and 32 meters wide. Another tanker, this time the Cameroon Sky. She's 15 years old, 159 meters long and 26 meters wide. She was underway to Coatzacoalcos in Mexico. The container ship Maersk Salala was built in 2008. She is 334 meters long, 43 meters wide and came from Thames in Great Britain. The freighter Grey Fox is 14 years old and came from Rotterdam Walhaven. Her length is 179 meters, her beam 28 meters. The feeder Weg van Rijn is 20 years old, 149 meters long and 23 meters wide. She was sailing from Hamburg to Antwerp. Oh look, that ship escaped the Barbie world. It is the one reliability that was built in 2024. Her length is 273 meters, her beam 43 meters, and she came from Southampton in Great Britain. Coming from Hamburg was the tanker Caprifol. She was built in the year 2000, is 89 meters long and 12 meters wide. Her destination port was Kyle of Lochaish in Scotland. The freighter Heckland Pioneer has a size of 87 to 15 meters and is 3 years old. Her destination was Holland in Norway. As on every evening in the summer month, the catamaran Jet came by with a speed of 36 knots on her tour from Heligoland to Hamburg. Jet was built in 2018, is 57 meters long and 14 meters wide. The Grande Colonia is a vehicles carrier from Grimaldi Lines. Built in 2007, she has a size of 176 to 31 meters. She was underway to Antwerp. The one Hangshu Bay was built in 2012, is 335 meters long and 46 meters wide. Her destination was Le Havre in France. On the way from Hamburg to Kristiansand in Norway was the cruise ship Mein Schiff 1. Built in 2018 by the Meyer shipyard in Turku, she is 316 meters long and 42 meters wide. From Rotterdam Botlek came the tanker Endo Ostro. Built in 2008, she is 101 meters long and 19 meters wide. (300 to 48 meters is the size of the Bremerhaven Express. She came from Thames in Great Britain and was built in 2015. Sailing from Bremerhaven to Hamburg was Morten Maersk. The container ship has a length of 399 meters and a beam of 59 meters. She was built in 2014. Slowly, the weather had changed and it began to rain. Then the HMM Rotterdam came by on her tour from Rotterdam Maasvlakte to Hamburg. She was built in 2020, has a length of 400 meters and a beam of 62 meters. And so we come to an end for today, and I really hope you liked it with me on the dike. Until next time, says your Bavarian on the Elbe. Always remember, a day without ships is possible but pointless.